It's October 17th, 2024. I'm in the United States of America with an ONE, a Federal Reserve note, and an In God We Trust with a Treasury and a White House. The flag. Um, so I'm in the supermarket today, and an incident happened, so I just want to document it. I'm at the register, and I'm going through the normal. I was not on the schedule for today, but I was called in, so I went. Um, since I had to volunteer twice at the school this week, um, I'll be returning for PTA volunteer responsibilities tomorrow. Um, uh, and that's at MS 158. So um, I was at work, and this person came in. Now, what was out of the ordinary is she was speaking some language I can't decipher. It's not English, it's not nationally proper. Um, and she was trying to, it was all on surveillance camera. She was trying to engage the manager in speaking with her, but the manager in the store doesn't speak whatever language this is. Again, we're in New York, we're in the United States of America, so the national language is English or American English. Um, and we're I'm in County Queens, technically, according to the television. And so um so I'm there, and she's trying. What happens is, normally the regular bottles that you purchase, New York charges 5 cents. I hear some of the other states do this as well for recycling. They charge 5 cents when you buy it, and then you return it and they give you the 5 cents back. So this woman comes in. I don't know origins, I don't know gender, I don't know how it identifies. I don't know what language it was speaking. But it is on surveillance camera, so it's identifiable in like a generalized kind of a way. So I'm there, and she does not approach me directly. I'm at aisle 12, again, with whatever I am in, whatever. Like, I have no idea if, like, how does one know if somebody is speaking and it's a declaration of war, if it's in a foreign tongue and there's no translator. So, but she, in this instance, um, it looked like she was there to return these very large 5 gallon bottles, which the normal standard protocol in the area is that you purchase one of these bottles, um, and then you exchange it, and the second one will just be cheaper. It won't be the same price. So, but they never actually give you the money back. So in whatever foreign tongue she was speaking, she was trying to get my manager to give her money for these bottles, and she came in like a homeless woman with like 5 or 6 of them in a cart. Very unusual. It's not something this social, like the social norms of society in this area for the station where I'm residenced with my father, um, in my grandfather's home. um, it just doesn't look. So the manager was speaking English because that's, again, the native tongue for here, the proper. But the woman just kept speaking over and insisting and pointing, and it was not mimicry, it was more miming. And so finally she walked away. The woman kept standing there, and then she tried to speak to me directly, but I, like, again, and I stood my ground, because again, I'm at a US register, cash register. I know the currency in the register, and I know our native language in this area is English. Um, and I don't know what this woman is speaking, and I don't know if she's addressing me. I know she's not addressing me in proper English, but again, things being what they are at the moment. So I was not at aisle 13 today. I was at aisle 12 at the register. Um, Eventually, there was a man that came in who started speaking to her, and then he explained to her, and then she went away. Um, the smaller incidents of like these persons coming in um, on the telephone, speaking all sorts of things. They're not directly communicating with me, but they are speaking foreign tongue all around. Again, it's all on the surveillance camera that's watching over where I am daily. Um, so there's that. Um, and I'm just trying to think of what else. Oh, um, I did catch on camera the front of, I mean, again, I've noticed that the like when I was young, um the Eagle on the quarter, there were armored cars that came to the banks. For some reason, in this residential area where I am at, in like a Bayside station, um I'm on my way home from work, knowing that there's what I would consider counterfeit in the register. They're not Eagles, although I only transact in Eagles as far as returning change to the public. Um, and as I'm going, there's this, it's not an armored car, but it's in front of Bank of America. I've seen it once before in front of Chase, um, and which is an FDIC insured banking institution. So on the front of it, this van does not have a license plate. Like, we are in New York State. They're conducting business with an American bank called Bank of America. And yet they're not, for some reason, following New York State rules of the road. I wasn't driving the car, I was a passenger, but I snapped a photo of the missing front plate, which New York State requires too. And then as we passed, I looked back to see what the back plate looked like to make sure it was a New York State plate, and it was paper. But I couldn't, we started to go through the light. We weren't stopped, so I couldn't get the photo of the back plate, but I did get a picture of the front missing plate. Um, so there's that. Um, that just adds to like another layer of my concern in the local area with some of the quarters changing. Again, I was on surveillance in the school volunteering, and we were sitting at a table. But again, I know the kids are on surveillance all day long, so whatever, and the whatever. But there is this definite concern. And again, I filled out Area 51 survey, alerting my employer that there is definitely some training that is required um, in the local area of where I am residenced, um, specifically to like with this monetary issue and this change, which is unacceptable and is not, again, when the residents go static silent, and then I have people coming up to me speaking foreign tongue, not knowing, is it that a declaration of war within itself? Or, I mean, there was no translator, and I try not to be the first person that they come for because I know better, um, in the timing of the whatever birthing order. But um, I just, I don't know. I just, but I did say on camera today, I was like, we are in New York State and the national language is English. I mean, it's national proper. Um, so that's that. I have seen a lot of out of state plates. Um, Again, I would assume that's a federal thing because I know that there's a residency allowance of going interstate, but it is not a blanket, can stay for as long as you want. Um, but again, I'm not getting into the weeds with that. So I've made mention of that on um, the Facebook, with photos of some of my concerns with some of the offices. And again, um, I've made capture of the internet periodically works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It goes into the ether, and I don't know. Like my job applications don't seem to make it to where they need to be. So that's a concern. Um, and even trying to find phone numbers and things, it's 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 an issue. It's an unresolved issue, um, so far. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.